Right. Alright, welcome back everybody. You're watching the Premier League Season 3. My name is TriumphMan. I will be casting the Fnatic Raid Call versus Virtus Pro. This is game number 2 in a best of 3 series. Virtus Pro, cinching game 1. They were off to a shaky start, and Fnatic looked like they were up 4-0. They were doing pretty damn good for themselves, and then Virtus Pro said, you know what? We've had this Shadow Fiend just farming away in the, on our lane quite happily. You had Trixie running around getting slammed in every single lane that he went to. And the Shadow Fiend is now out of control. We have an Enchantress with a completely crazy build. And we also had a whole bunch of stacks, like just tore up some stacks and stacks of creep. And then wound up with a machine gun build. We're going to call that the machine gun build. We've got the shotgun build on Morphling. Now we have the Enchantress machine gun build. So there we go. And it's definitely a bit of a weird build. Very dangerous build in both respects. It causes a lot of damage to the enemies, but also very dangerous for your own personal use. It's kind of like playing a sniper with a Mask of Madness. It's asking for trouble. Anyway, as it is, it worked out for them in the end, and we'll see if they can pull it off once again, or whether or not they decide to go with something slightly different. Batrider, the first ban by Fnatic. Virtus Pro, though, responding, or actually Virtus Pro with the first ban. They took out Rubik, and they will respond now with another ban here. What will they get rid of? Will they decide to ban out Darkseer and Nagasaren? They do have the first pick, so they might say, you know what, let's let Darkseer float through. We'll take him if necessary. Could ban off the Nagasaren if they're worried about her, but as we've seen, Nagasaren is not the threat that she used to be. And then I should also mention that yes, Quantic versus Moscow 5, game number 3 has been postponed. They are still tied up 1-1. There were some other matches that they need to go and attend to, and we need to start streaming this match as well. Of course, there were some delays thanks to Moscow 5 being rather late. Anyway, Jakira now also being banned by Virtus Pro. It looks like they've decided, you know what, he is definitely ban-worthy material. Then, of course, they did use him last match, and it was quite instrumental in shutting down Villanea, getting hit by Liquid Fire plus Macro Pyre, even Dual Breath. The DOTs were basically a huge pain in the ass for Linnea in the fights. Knocked off her refraction charges really quickly. Virtus Pro, though, they respond, so you know what, it's our turn to use the Templar Assassin. And of course, she is a pretty frequent ban these days as well. Fnatic's turn to counter. What will they decide to go with? Well, they decide to pick up some counter picks there to deal with Templar Assassin. Of course, rapid DOTs are very, very nasty. It used to be that Templar Assassin tended to be a bit of a pocket pick. They'd say, you know what, let's save it for 4th, 5th pick. If our opponents pick a really burst-oriented lineup, let's bring out the Templar Assassin and laugh at them. That said, nowadays it doesn't happen so much. It tends to be either we pick up Templar Assassin straight away or the other team will grab her. And I think it just comes down to negative armor stacking. Meld has so much firepower there, plus her mid-game ganking ability. On top of that, she's a pretty decent semi-carry as well. Just kind of fits all the bills. Oh, and also a nice AoE long-range slow that she can use to initiate. Kind of ticks a lot of boxes there. Anyway, Fnatic, it's time for their picks. What will they go with? Will they just go with something safe, just grab a soft support and then a jungler, or will they go for something a little bit more aggressive? We'll see. What was the build? It was basically a Mask of Madness, phase boots, that's lots of early DPS when you throw an Impetus on top of it. A Midas as well for early attack speed as well with the Mask of Madness, and then you throw in an Argonym's. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. It's a pretty disgusting amount of damage. Now, Fnatic, they open up with Venomancer's pick. Now, that's just a flat-out counter to Templar Assassin. Not only is it just a strong support pick, but it is just a flat-out counter to Templar Assassin. She, pretty much, in the fight, she will not get off a good refraction because she'll be getting burned down by DOTs left, right, and center. Yes, Whitehide, oh my Schneckles is Fly. I actually interviewed him a few days ago, and it is indeed Fly. The second pick for Fnatic, what will they go with? Now, Fnatic, they have been playing a lot of Trixie or Tidehunter in the side lane. We'll see what they go for this time around. Queen of Pain has been picked up. I kind of feeling we'll probably see Hanny on that again. I believe we'll probably see Hanny in the side lane with that again, which means they're probably going to pick up something else for a solo mid with Era, unless they decide to go with a hard carry for Era. Might actually see him take the safe lane then. Depends which player plays what. Broodmother being picked up by Virtus Pro though. That's definitely a frustrating hero to play against in the side lane. Crystal Maiden also being picked up. Virtus Pro getting their support, one of their supports sorted out. They've also got 2 of their primary farmers sorted out. Broodmother a bit of a suicide solo, but she also gets her farm happening. And the question is, will Fnatic get enough AoE to deal with Broodmother? Of course, they could go for a Sand King or a Tidehunter pick if they wanted to. Those 2 heroes generally deal with Broodmother pretty easily. But the question is whether or not they want to rotate one of those heroes to actually fight the Broodmother. That would actually be fairly annoying for them to have to do because it would put their farming hero in an annoying lane to have to go against. Now, Fnatic with their 3rd pick, I think they could probably do with another support here before they roll over into the next phase.
Sand King.
And they will pick up the Sand King. So it looks like they're going for the counter pick. Sand King likely to be taking that... Sand King in this case, if they're trying to get him 1v1 with the Broodmother, likely to be in the safe lane then, if Broodmother is expected to go in the hard lane, but it tends to be a bit of a mind game, sort of a guessing game as to which hero is going to go where when this situation occurs. The next set of bans, Brewmaster being banned by Fnatic, of course, they did get manhandled by Virtus Pro's Brewmaster last match. Dirge as well as Nagasaran being banned this time around. Of course, Nagasaran could quite easily set up some very nasty epicenters during the early phase.
Radiant team ban.
And one last ban for Virtus Pro. What will they get rid of here? They've gotten rid of a lot of the... a couple of teamfight orange heroes in the form of Nagasaran as well as Dirge. And then picking off early supports there in the form of Rubik. I've got to say, probably Rubik and Jakiro are the #1 non-jungling supports at the moment. Chen also being the final ban there as well. Getting rid of those pushing heroes. And of course, Bruma, I think they're just trying to get the push on their side here. Enigma is the final ban by Fnatic. That actually would have been really nice. With Brewmother pushing one lane, and then something like Enchantress and or Enigma pushing the other lane. I think this time around though, Enchantress mostly just banned because Fnatic don't want to deal with their machine gun build from KSI. And it will be a Chaos Knight as their final pick. Now, this is a very dangerous lane. Chaos. Ooh, this is interesting. They may actually be rotating Brewmother to the safe lane. A, to throw off Sand King. B, because Crystal Maiden and Chaos Knight have the potential to perform a very aggressive lane. If they throw another aggressive hero in here, like Wisp is probably the #1 candidate here. Wisp and or, I mean, they could even throw in something like the Shrek if they wanted to, or a Shadow Demon. That's also a possibility. But even so, a dual lane with Crystal Maiden and Chaos Knight would also be incredibly powerful, just because they've got a Frostbite, slow from Nova, and then Chaos Knight obviously with Reality Rift and Stun. It's very difficult to deal with that. And then we go Fnatic go, alright, okay, let's not let you have the Wisp. And then we'll pick that. But you know what, it's definitely quite possible just to throw in something else like a Leshrac, Shadow Demon. All of those are definitely possible and combo nicely with Chaos Knight as well. Not, granted, not as good as bringing a Wisp, but it's still pretty damn good. Chaos Knight is strong. As long as you throw a couple of other stuns in Chaos Knight's lane, it's a strong combo all around.
Doombringer.
And a Doombringer as their final pick. Okay, that is alright. I'm sensing Jungle Doom here. Crystal Maiden, Chaos Knight to be... Crystal Maiden, Chaos Knight possibly in the safe lane or the hard lane. Ugh. Or it could be a dual mid. It could actually be a dual mid. Templar Assassin in the safe lane, dual mid with Chaos Knight and Crystal Maiden, just because that's a really powerful lane there, and then throwing Brewmother in the hard lane and Doombringer jungling. I don't know. We'll see. That is definitely a very offbeat pick. Doombringer, of course, with his buffs. His buffs mostly lend him towards jungling, but we'll see how he goes down with this. And of course, we saw this stupid amount of farm that he can get now. You leave him alone, he gets ridiculously farmed. I'm just wondering if they actually have the heroes to interrupt his farm. Tiny is going to have to... I think Tiny, Venomancer, and Sand King are going to have to work overtime and chasing Doombringer out of the jungle.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see then. It depends on who's playing what, but we'll find out. This is definitely a very unconventional lineup, but it will be a Wisp Tiny combo for Fnatic. We'll see how much carnage that can cause. As long as they can get enough, as long as they get Tiny and Wisp up to level 6 quickly enough, and Wisp and Tiny can probably just start teleporting around and harassing Doom, making sure Doom doesn't get too much farm. And there we go. Let's call out the players now. Who's playing what? Alright, so for Virtus Pro, KSI are playing Doombringer. It looks like KSI loves his jungling. Airman playing the Chaos Knight. Tame My Wild playing Templar Assassin. Bandit on the Broodmother. He'll be the Suicide Solo. And NS playing the Crystal Maiden. And for Fnatic, Raycall Schneckles, aka Fly, playing the Venomancer. No Tail playing Wisp. Trixie on Queen of Pain. Era on Tiny. And Hanny playing the Sand King. Okay, I kind of expected Hanny to be playing Queen of Pain, but as it is, Queen of Pain will be played by Trixie. He is going for an eco build, rushing that bottle. It looks like Trixie will get a chance to play solo mid for a change, possibly, although it is a bit of a sweep happening. We'll see what they go for. Are they going for an aggressive try in here with Venomancer, Era, and Venomancer, Tiny, as well as Wisp? I think that's definitely possible. One of the things you can do with Wisp and Tiny is you basically throw Wisp. You throw Wisp at them with Tiny and then just tether through them. It's also very, very effective.
30 seconds to battle.
Or they could just, throw Venomancer at them and have them slow like that. It's also possible, but we'll see what they decide to go with. Wisp and Tiny, definitely a very dangerous duo. I think they might focus on having Fly just sort of roam and set up kills, because they do need to get levels. But as we've seen these aggressive Trons, they need to win big. If they don't win big, they kind of suck and fall apart, and then they end up underfarmed. That said, in this case, they should be able, as long as they get some counter wards down here, Broodmother is not going to have a fun time. She'll be taking the solo lane down there. And it looks like they are sending her to the bottom lane just to throw off the Sand King.
Haste.
Sand King has gone top, expecting to face off against Broodmother. This will throw him off, and it will be Templar Assassin versus Sand King. That is not much fun for Sand King at all. Templar Assassin can deal with his shenanigans quite easily. Meanwhile, it'll be a dual mid, and this is definitely a very strong lane, and not one that Queen of Pain can mess with. This is going to be painful indeed. They've got a lot of stuns, a lot of lockdown. I don't feel comfortable for Fnatic. This is definitely dangerous. The question is, can they interrupt this farm from Doombringer? And this is what Schneckles is going to be up to. I think he's generally going to be skirmishing with Doombringer, just trying to prevent him from farming quickly. Will be a couple of minutes before these guys can harass Bandit effectively, just because of the webs. I like how the fact she's thrown down here just so she can cut down these trees, get some good line of sight, make sure nobody's skulking and getting ready to gank her. And it looks like Schneckles has gone, okay, I've got to help out in mid. But even so, that even with his presence here, it's still not fantastic for Queen of Pain. Now it's going to sap experience from Queen of Pain. The other thing is, Schneckles is kind of a prime target, even you would say a better target than Queen of Pain for them to gank and basically feed off. And Schneckles, like I said, his mere presence is going to slow Queen of Pain down. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Hanny unlikely to have much of an advantage here against Tame My Wild. The Templar Assassin is going to manhandle them quite. See, there we go. He's gone, screw it. They're rotating. Tiny going top. No-Tail likely to follow in a second. Well, Hanny will just try and handle this lane. Does he have Cause of Banal? Yes, he does. He has Cause of Banal. Healing Salve has been ditched for someone.
No.
Now this will get a little bit trickier for Templar Assassin in a minute, although she looks like she has rotated to bottom, and Broodmother rotating top. It's a game of musical chairs here, musical lanes happening, just rotate around left, right and center. And I think Virtus Pro, they're okay with this musical chairs business just because they feel that they're farming faster, and indeed they are. They have got a jungler in the form of Doom. And obviously, well, Doom, as we've seen, he has a ridiculously fast farm, so they keep making them waste time porting around. I think they're okay with this. Plus the fact also Broodmother, like we know, she farms pretty damn crazy fast too, so they're probably okay with them teleporting around. And of course it's going to slow Tiny and Wisp down.
Twice the harm.
And there we go. Doombringer is being left alone to his own devices. He will be able to pop out a pretty quick Midas. We'll be picking up. Oh, there's the first blood there. They get the first blood on Venomous. Like I said, here's food. Crystal Maiden going toe-to-toe. Trixie blinking out. Is that a shot? No, it's not a shot on Crystal Maiden. Bottling up, though. Changed his mind. We don't have a stun, though, ready. The slow on Airman. They will need to back up. Crystal Maiden still running away. Trixie ready to blink in after him. He's got a level 1 scream. Will he go for it? Changes his mind. I think it was the correct decision in the end, but they get that first blood. Like I said, Venomancer, he's come here to help out, but without a power stun in this lane. He is kinda easy for them to kill. And all it's going to do in the end is slow Queen. Like, pretty much at this point in time, he's the quintessential red shirt. All he does, his presence in this lane mostly is going to be providing a target for them to shoot instead of Queen of Pain. And hoping that she can sort of counter-kill off their ganks. But as it is, works out in the end there for Virtus Pro, getting that first blood and losing no casualties in return. Bit of pulling here from Doombringer. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Bandit doing just fine. They still haven't managed to get any counter wards up here. Wisp is sort of hard-pressed in terms of farm, I think. We've got Doom. He is going to be harassed here by Sankey. I don't know much. Sankey honestly can't do a whole lot. Doom actually pops his burn scorched earth just to basically ward Sankey off. Not much Sankey actually do here. Now it's a bit of a ganky mid-seat again. 3 seconds. Stun on Schneckles. Fly is no chance he can stand up against this. There's another kill. Queen of Pain now. She's going to try and get this counter kill here, but she can't really manage it. Although the haste rune has been found. We'll bottle that up. She may actually dive back in. This is actually a possibility if you go for the kill, though. Actually, no, it's not. Chaos Knight is bottling up on his own now. Crystal Maiden going for the double and Frostbite. Looks like she will be maxing out the first. Does make perfect sense. She is trying to lock down Queen of Pain. Also, locking down Tiny in the fights is not a bad idea either. Especially if he gets a quick Argonauts. And now Sankey instant trouble. He's got mana for Burrow Strike, though. He should be able to escape. He doesn't want to commit on KSI. If he commits on KSI, that could be bad news. Although he's got help. Queen of Pain's coming in, going to throw out the Shadow Strike. Does he have help? And it's only a level 1 Scream though. There's a Burrow Strike though, taking a lot of physical damage here. Throws, he's going for the kill here, gets taken out in the end. And there is a counterattack coming though. It is in the form of Crystal Maiden. She is going to throw the lockdown here on Crystal. No, Trixie going to be allowed to back up. And Sanking will get away here. Linnea also too slow to arrive.
Tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Bandit being harassed. He is alright though. They're going to throw in. He's just going to fade into Ivers. Can they get the stun down on him? No, not going to happen. Aaron not having enough mana for it. Also being on cooldown. Broodmother though has got another salve. She's got pretty much enough for her Soul Ring. You see it flies just down so far back. I like the high ground ward from the Radiant side. This allows them to get visual up the high ground, mostly just so they can drag Schneckles down with the Reality Rift. It's very painful for him. And then look, he's going for it again. Reality Rift coming right up on those. There's the stun there. 2 seconds. Crystal Maiden a little slow. Crystal Nova, they should be able to get this. Frostbite on Queen of Pain. They're going to go for the double kill here on Trixie. Trixie now having to back up. No mana. She'll have to bottle up. He will be able to get away there. As it looks like Chaos Knight decides not to follow under the tower.
Oh no.
Queen of Pain looking for the bottom rune here. Doom is camping for the 6-minute rune. Going to try and harass Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain doesn't find the rune. I think it's spawned top. It is a double damage rune, and a Chaos Knight will manage to get that. Trixie going to be forced to go back to base. Let's bring up the gold chart at the moment. It is a 2k advantage for the Radiant, gold-wise, but more importantly, experience-wise, 2k advantage as well. I think it's mostly just down to the fact they have a jungler, and the Radiant have a jungler, and the Dive not. Brood still charging around. They're going to go for the kill here. Double damage rune. This is no chance for Tiny. Error taking critical damage. Error gets taken out. A whole bunch of Spiderlings get spawned. And now they're going to go to... No, they decide not to. And they're really... Okay, realizes Wisp there. Decides to back them off and just have them farm the camps here. Bandit more worried about his own farm than pushing this tower right now. A gank on bottom though. Linnea likely to get taken out here. 3v1. Not much you can do. Counter ward thrown in as well, likely to get taken out. Doom is going to counter attack here on Hanny. Hanny taking a lot of damage. They get the counter kill there on Hanny. Doom now in a little bit of danger. 7 seconds before Crystal Maiden can help. Good block there by Queen of Pain as well as the ward. Will they get the damage in? One more hit. Yes, they do. They get the kill on Doom. It was a good way. Doom cut his way free. Nicely played, but a good block there from Fly as well. Trixie actually stuck behind that ward. Venomassive offering to cut himself free there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bandit getting ready to jack this creep. Port top now. Whispers return to the top lane. As it comes down to that, they just cannot lock down this Bandit. Venomancer does have some counter wards, so they may want to send it up top to help deal with Broodmother. Obviously, she's going to be starting to get out of hand. Uh-oh, Linnea getting jumped on again. Unlikely to escape here. She may actually just try and go toe-to-toe with somebody. They can see her. No, they cannot. She's just losing refraction charges to DOTs. He's going to back off now as well. Trixie doesn't have his ult. In fact, only level 5. I think Trixie needs to focus on farming and getting levels here. Schneckles coming in once again. Dodging. Nicely done. The Windwalk being used to dodge the Shadow Strike. And now Doom is back. Doom is back. Here we go. He's going to town on Trixie. Throws down the level D. In fact, that is a level 2 level D. That procs off level 5s now. Does a lot of damage. Uh-oh, the toss in. May have actually killed Schneckles. He throws down the slow. This is actually looking like KSI is likely to die. The gank squad has been formed. Fnatic are getting ready to fight back. They're on 4 kills now. The slow there from Linnea is looking to get Hanny. Hanny, though, has Burrow Strike. Sandstorms it up. And he will just sit there laughing at them because they have no counter invis. He's getting ready to catch Hanny. If Hanny Burrow Strikes in that direction, he'll get him with a slow there. Broodmother gets a kill on Wisp up in the top lane, though. I'm looking to get a second one. Still watching Hanny down here. And there's that slow. Burrow Strikes through, though, anyway. Should be able to... No, another slowing down. There's a Reality Rift. They've got a stun coming. 4 seconds. That is unfortunate. Easy kill there. Templar Assassin will take it.
The temple cannot protect itself. That's why I'm here. So stuck up.
See Zanking getting taken out there. Broodmother, though, causing havoc up on this top lane, forcing a reaction from Fnatic, though. That said, Fnatic definitely not down and out. Still looking okay. 3k gold deficit, 4k experience deficit. That's probably going to sting a little bit. Doomringer hasn't had the fastest of Midases. He's just happy to farm at the moment. In fact, only level D. This is interesting, the fact that he's not actually maxing Devour. He's actually gone for the earlier level D. Looks like he actually wants to fight and cause trouble. Uh-oh, Queen of Pain disjoints it. I was about to say, almost gets taken out by that. Oh, wow. Reality Rift also getting juked there by the line of sight from the nighttime. So you can see Chaos Bolt has also been slowed down a little bit as well. Chaos Knight has got a fair amount of cash, so could pick up his power treads if he wanted them. Lots of sonic traps there from Templar Assassin just to watch. Basically trying to act like like an observer ward there, just so she could tell who's moving into the jungle. Illusion Room being bottled up. I think they're pinging. There is a gank squad forming from Fnatic once again. Let's check GPMs at the moment. I think this is probably the most problematic part of it. You see there the GPMs wise, they're not that far ahead, but the fact that 3 Radiant heroes are leading by a decent chunk, and you compare that to some of the primary farmers like Queen of Pain who are sitting on 200 and then 250 for Fnatic Era, that is going to hurt. Going to the late game, that is probably going to be the most painful part. Or even the mid game, it's just they're going to be behind those mid-tier items. Doombringer though, not farming as fast as I thought, and he's been sitting on this Sato item, the Shockwave, for quite some time. There's Spotted Arrow moving through the jungle. He's backed up by Wisp though. Doombringer will want to back off. Meanwhile in mid, it's just an illusion. They are in fact pressuring top. Looking for the kill there on Trixie. I honestly don't know if they can find it. They're just going to harass him with the spiders, giving away a lot of bounty there. Trixie now diving into the trees. Level 4 Scrim, only level 2 Blink, and they've found him. Can they get the Chaos Bolt down? They do get it back there in time. 3 seconds done. Easy kill. Whispers teleport up here. Tiny now ready to cause some trouble. NS is here. Can they help out Chaos Knight? He gets hit by a Burrow Stroke. Wisp goes down. Chaos Knight should be able to walk away from this. He is just too damn quick. Even manages to bottle up. Throws in another Chaos Bolt. Handy now in serious trouble. There is a Rev Ward there spotting him, but he can't use Sandstorm to get away. Another kill for Bandit. Venomancer popping his ultimate. Down goes Chaos Knight at last, but he got the damage in. And now Era Frostbite. Era will fall. Arrow is dead meat. And now Schneckles is the next target. They've got the slow there from Devastating Bite. Might not decide to gun in for it though. There is another paw coming in. Bandit will wisely teleport out. Crystalmane already backing up. The Poison Nova was enough to scare her off. And at the same time, Linnea busy free farming this bottom lane. You see there, she's actually sitting on the highest amount of CS at the moment, 62 and 21.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, apparently we're getting a lot of lag. Let me just double check things, guys. I will try and sort it out. Give me one moment while I try and figure out what's going on here. Okay, no, I'm not sure. I think the net might have just had a little bit of a hiccup. Just keeping an eye on that frame drop though. There was actually one bad period on my end. That is my fault. So Node's now getting it picked up once again. NS getting that kill there. Now the stun goes down on Era. Can they clean him up here? Era in some serious trouble. Era is getting taken out once again. The amount of ganking from Virtus Pro is actually quite surprising. Doombringer actually going for an early mech. This is an interesting choice. And a Doom down now on Shackles. Shackles, oh my god, look at that damage there from Fnatic, on Fnatic there from Virtus Pro. The Linnea just tearing through his health. Check the broadcast once again. I'm just going to keep an eye on this. Unstoppable. As they call GG, well, wow, okay, GG well played. While I'm trying to check my frame rate, they just call GG, which, I mean, fair enough, 17 to 5. If we check the gold chart here, they're already nearly 8k behind, and in all honesty, I just feel the line, that Broodmother just screwed up everything for Fnatic, and the fact that the lane switching just really messed with them. But guys, this has been Triumph Man casting Virtus Pro versus Fnatic. We will be moving into an interview with Virtus Pro in just a second. They have swept this series nice and easy, 2-0. So a very strong series of games from them. But of course, make sure you check out our website, thepremierleague.eu, if you want to have any update. If you want to check out any updates here from the Premier League, you can see basic upcoming match times, and of course points played, points earned there, games played on the right hand side as well. But currently Virtus Pro currently sitting on 3 for 3 matches. They are looking to be one of the front runners along with Dignitas as well as Empire. Fun fact, Empire are actually on a 26 win streak at the moment. They are looking to be completely unstoppable. But anyway guys, we will be back with an interview in about 2-3 minutes, so stay tuned. Be back in a